So I don't know why it was so difficult for me to finish my thought. I think something was jamming my thought frequencies, honestly. But the point that I was trying to make without all that extra side story was that watching this video of the streets in a neighborhood in Seoul, South Korea, watching this person walking through the neighborhood with a camera and seeing everything that that person would be seeing had this incredible effect on me where I felt life come back into my mind, my energy, my body, my sense of the future expanded and opened up. I felt like I remembered myself. I felt like I snapped back into myself. I felt like I like was being filled with all of these actual desires of things that I am about. I was like, all right, I want to dance. I want to I'm a cute girl. What I mean is I'm not like an NPC. I'm not like a blob of a person. You know? I don't live just to work and eat and sleep and observe the world. I have there's like a freshness and like a liveliness and the idea of talking to people, hanging out with people, like the idea of healing my traumas so that I could actually be like an actual person who would be out there with people. It all came back to me watching this video. And uh, it made it really clear to me just how much where I'm living now, although it's better than the hell that I was in America right before I left. It's better to live than not to live, you know? This environment in which I currently am is like lacking a lot of things that are kind of necessary for the fulfillment of my life story or my personality. And so I'm really happy about the fact that I expressed what I expressed earlier, even though it made me feel like I would piss off certain people who are not good for me. The internet and hearing what I was saying gave me I heard what you said, and I'm gonna give you something that's related, that's an answer to what you were saying. You know, it's helpful to me. And so I'm like, this is exactly what I was hoping for. And I would never have thought of looking up somebody walking around Seoul, South Korea, in the streets during a summer evening with all these people just out in the streets having a good time. It would never occur to me to look for a video like that. But the internet understood what I was saying and then gave me that video. And that's really cool because what I just described is the reaction that I had on my body while watching that video. That's really good for me, and it gives me a sense of realization. Because I said in the previous video that I haven't uploaded yet, but I was saying how watching the Korea video made me realize that I have been in this something graying has had a grasp on me ever since I moved to this society. And all of these Islamic zealots with their narcissistic attitude about dosing everyone with the way that they think the world should be, it's really choking. It's a very you feel like you can't breathe. You feel like you can't move. You feel like your limbs are bound. You can't you don't have freedom. You know, because they dictate the energy because they're really comfortable being they have no sense of shame or like self consciousness because they just don't have those kinds of ideas. They think they're right and they have no concept of the fact that, of like self reflection to wonder if they are right. And so they have this like attitude of just being like if they don't like something, and it's a completely patriarchal society, so the men are like in charge, and the guys are just so like I'm like I feel like I've been thrown back into the Middle Ages, and I'm just like yo like you cannot treat me like this. I don't come from the fucking 1800s. I don't know where you've been in. I don't know what kind of time loop you've been in where you never heard of the fact that women are people now and that I am not your fucking like cattle to like bark at. But you don't talk to me like this. You're a strange man. You do not talk to me like this. You feel me? Like these men are crazy. I'm like, yo, I will not. And so, but like this is where I am, and like because I am where I am, I have no experience of other places in the world. Like I might understand that like my dream is to be in Seoul, South Korea. I might understand that that's like the ultimate. Like I would also take going to Shanghai. I would also take going to Tokyo. Like you feel me? But my ultimate dream is like Seoul, South Korea. Like I just want to exist there for at least a year. Like I just need because it's my um I had a best friend when I was 11 years old, 12 years old, who was from Seoul, South Korea. And that during that time there was no like K-pop boom yet, and nobody thought Korea was cool. No one knew about Korea. It was Japan that was cool. China was not even on anyone's radar. And like that friendship with her formed my like connection to Korea because she like all South Koreans that I've known are super, which isn't like a bunch of them, but like I have known a few, and like they're always really proud of their country and their identity, and they like are always like pushing like everything about their culture onto you if you like know them, like in a good way, you know. So like knowing her, that was experience. She was like, I'm gonna teach you my language. I'm gonna teach you K-pop. I'm gonna teach you like the food. You're gonna like all of it. And I was like, okay, O'Neill, like, cool, you know. Um, I have a poster of BTS on the wall in case I'm looking lovingly in that direction. That's why. Okay, they're not my favorite of all time. It's just that like I saw this like magazine. I'm just trying to be like clean and like honest, you know, where it's like I don't really know most of their music, but there was this magazine in a grocery store that was about K-pop, and I was like, "What is this?" And I bought it because it had posters in it, and I was like, "I'm gonna do this thing that I never got to do when I was like, I never like had posters up of like musicians, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this for like my like myself now. It's just what I'm doing." So I put it up, and I was like, "Okay, chill." I do love J Hope a lot. He makes me super happy. Anyway, but I used to go to her apartment to do homework, and her Korean family was there. She had two sisters, a mom and a dad, and they had like a satellite channel to have a Korean TV in their house because we were in America, you know? And her mom would be cooking Korean food and like just a vibe in her house. Like, because I had a broken family, and my dad, like, just both my dad and my mom, like, I lived with my mom first and her like, he's not my anything, but like her boyfriend and like their kids. And then like I lived with my dad in America because he got a visa to study there. And both those experiences were super traumatic and broken. And there was not safety or that peaceful feeling ever. It was really, really like detrimental and bad for me. Very abusive, you know? And then like I would go to her like apartment where she lived with her family, her Korean family, and it was just like this like peaceful like oasis of this energy that I have never experienced. And like I just associate that with like it was my first experience of like a healthy family. Like in my whole life, my first experience of like the proof of what it is when like a family is normal and healthy and just like chill was, you know, Unil and her family, you know? And so like I was like 12, you know? So like that stuck with me. And later I found out that the energy in her home was not just her family, it was like a certain Korean vibe. Because the other Korean people that I have known, which have been just a few, they've also had that vibe. And I'm like, this is like the Korean vibe. And like I've worked in like Chinatown in Chicago with Chinese people because I wanted to know if I actually loved Chinese people or just like Chinese TV shows and the way that they made me feel. You know, because I was like, I need to move to East Asia because I'm just not happy anywhere else in the world. Like I just love these people so much. They don't like. I just feel really happy to like perceive them. Uh, so then I worked in Chinatown in like a restaurant owned by Chinese people where it was just Chinese people all the time. Just like genuinely like my schedule was sent to me via WeChat in America. Like that's not normal. Like Americans don't use WeChat. WeChat is China, like, you know? And I'm like working in like Chicago getting my work schedule through WeChat. Like it was like genuine Chinese vibes. Okay, I'm not referencing your creepy shit. Now I can't even do this without being like, oh no, they're gonna think it's something weird. Like I just mean like chef's kiss vibes, you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Uh yeah, so I worked with them and I was with them. I was with like and I would just always be in Chinatown in Chicago right before I left America because I was like that's the only place where I felt like I could actually like feel safe. Yeah, so just always around Chinese culture and Chinese people, and I was just like, I'm super happy and comfortable here. They don't care that I'm here. They're not like friendly toward me, but like, I don't care. I'm just comfortable around them, and I'm full of like love instead of like misery when I'm around them, you know. But I'm bringing that up to just mention that like Chinese energy is different than Korean energy. And Korean and Chinese energy is different than Japanese energy, but I level three like a lot. Like it's like I just my universe just needs to be like Korea, China, and Japan. Like, you know, like South Korea, China, and Japan, and nothing else I want. Like, just like Shanghai, Seoul, and Tokyo, and that's like the end, and everyone else can just go home. And then I want to visit Africa at some point to just kind of be like, what's up with my roots? Like, let me, like, you know, but I just want to be in East Asia. And so watching this video of this guy, or this person, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, walking through the streets of Seoul, South Korea, in this like party neighborhood. I was like, oh my god, I gotta like dance, I gotta like make outfits, I gotta like bring my energy back, I gotta detangle my hair and stop wearing these scarves, I gotta like, you know, make a cute like channel with like cute stuff, I gotta like get to like my like video editing skills, like I gotta like, you know, I gotta like make a plan for getting the fuck out of this environment, like these Islamic zealots are bringing me down, they're killing my life and my future, this is not a way to live, this is not okay, these goddamn other people who are around who are not Islamic zealots, they're not giving me anything. I'm just uncomfortable all the time. I don't deserve to live like this. There's a world out there where Seoul has so many black people. I'm like, I'm just seeing so many black people just like casually hanging out like in Seoul, South Korea. I'm just like, oh, I could be with black people. Because you know, in this society where I currently am, there aren't any black people. Like in black people in this society, when they see each other, they like turn their eyes away. I'm like, that's not what black Americans are like. Black Americans are like, hey, you know what I mean? And when I first came here, I like was really shocked by that because I was like, I would see like a black or African person, and they would just like avert their eyes. I'm like, man, this sucks. Like I just, oh man, this is gonna be really uncomfortable. Like I'm just so like this is just so wrong. Like this is just I'm like I'm, oh I can't, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm like I can be with real black people in Korea. How weird is that? If I'm in Seoul, I can be with black energy. And like I was hearing all this like hip hop everywhere. I'm like, whoa, like it just sounds so weird because it's like, oh, I saw like where real culture is. I saw where real people live. It's real. you know? That's what watching this video was like, and I was like, I need to go there, like immediately. Like I don't deserve what I'm experiencing right now as far as like the grayness, the bullshit that it is. Like, uh, I deserve like the life that's going on over there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I like that. That's where I should be. Like that's where I belong. That's what I'm like. That's me. That's my energy. Great, cool. So thank you to the internet for bringing that video my way, so that I could actually like realize through contrast where I need to be, and to actually like ignite my motivation to start moving in that direction, because I've been lost in all this misery and like need to defend myself constantly, and like constantly just like all my thoughts are about like how to like I don't know how to explain it, like bat people off of me who are like bad for me. Like nothing good for me exists here. Oh, I could just hang out with black people in Seoul, Korea. I could be like, yo, I just came from this part of the world. You don't understand. These girls are walking around in like mini skirts and halter tops, and I was just like, right, that's normal. Like most of my life, I lived in the States. Like most of my life, I didn't live with Islamic zealots. I just like it's normal. It's okay to wear a mini skirt during summer and not have men act like you would deserve to be assaulted, and they're mad at you that you're a whore. Because that's how Islamic zealots are like. In case you don't know, I'm just like that energy, that like fear that you feel in your body when like these men are mad at you because you're showing too much leg. You know, I had like tights on, like leggings the other day, and just like it wasn't like a mini skirt. It was just like a shorter skirt above the knees, but I had like leggings on that were opaque, and knee high boots, and like a sweater or something. It was just like a normal ass outfit, you know? And I walked outside to like do an errand, and I came back, and like because it's like warmer weather now, right? And then I had there were these several like Islamic zealot type men who were like in that like predator mode, because they get mad that you're showing too much like feminine form, and then they act like because you are showing too much feminine form that they can actually see, they have the right to kind of get predatory with you. It's like this double reaction, and I was like, all right, I forgot where I am. I forgot because it's been cold, you know. I'm like that. I was just like, where am I? Like, what is this shit? And why is no one talking about this? Like, what happened to my city? You guys just gave it up. I'm so mad at you. That's why I'm just like, I'm not gonna fight for this place. You guys gave it up. I'm not gonna fight an entire culture. You do whatever you want to do. I don't give a shit. The place that I'm from does not exist anymore. That's from a song. What song is that? Oh shit. I'm not gonna mention him because he's like a hardcore ass rapper, and I'm not sure that he's someone people should listen to. But it's a line from one of his tracks. Anywho, oh fuck. Yeah, the point is in South Korea I can like wear a halter top during summer, and the men won't. The men will be Korean about it. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I I like the wave of like ease that washed over me made me like fall back in like joy. That's what happened. Oh, I can wear like a halter top. Oh, I can have black people, and they listen to hip hop. I don't care if certain clubs don't allow black people in because they just want to party with Koreans. I'm like, you guys can't scare me off with stories like that. I'm like, nah, I can wear a halter top, and no one will think it's weird. I'm gonna be like a real person again in like the real modern world where like women got rights and shit. Like, oh my fucking god, you know what I'm fucking saying? Because these Islamic zealots, I've heard them say shit like, they mentioned something about like gay people one time in this hotel where I was working, this 5-star hotel that was actually a Korean hotel. And then he was like, yeah, we know how to deal with them in my country. We cut their heads off. And I was like, did he just say that? He really did. He, and then everybody laughed because they're all like from the same Islamic countries. And I'm just like, I can't handle this, you guys. This is not. I've been to Pride Parade in Chicago. Like, you guys think it's okay to kill people who are gay. I can't do this. 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 And then he looked at me. He was like, right? You have to agree with me. That's how you deal with them. And I was like, uh, I was like, where am I? What is this? What medieval horror did I just walk into? This is not okay. You are from medieval times. You are from the medieval ages. I cannot do this. 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 You know things. I cannot do this. I can't do this. Do you know what I mean? And so, because I was just remembering how like I saw Blackpink performing with like a rainbow flag, you know, and I was just like, is that a thing? Didn't I see that? And I was like, wait, is there gonna be like less like violent attitude toward like stuff over there? Like, is Korea like less? It's more chill, isn't it? It's just more chill in that way. I'm pretty sure no one in Korea is gonna be like, we have to cut the heads off. We have to decapitate gay people because isn't there like a song mantra by that girl where like there's a line in the song that she was like something about like makes you wonder if you swing both ways or something. You remember that? Isn't that like a thing? If some woman said that, I would never. Like I'm scared just thinking about it. I'm like, you can't say that shit here. They'll kill you. Like you know. I'm like, wow, Korea. Like wow, like I deserve to live in the modern world, the civilized world, like the cutting edge of civilization world, because I am that. You know, like I'm like, I gotta get out of here. There's no future for me here. Without that contrast that video provided to make me like snap to and be like, whoa, like what I'm experiencing is really not normal. Because there's a whole other like society right there that is doing life completely differently, and I would be so much better living over there, which is probably why I want to be there so much. Because I sense that that's true, you know. Some part of me wants to apologize. I'm just going on and on about the same thing. Another part of me is like, you're not going on and on about the same thing. You're discussing all these points of information that you have not been able to talk to anyone about. Who have you told about this? Everything, every story you've just expressed about the Islamic zealots. Nobody, because you can't talk about it. Because people are touchy about it. Because, you know, it's okay for people to say that they're going to decapitate LGBT people, but it's not okay for someone to call out the fact that hearing someone say that is really disturbing and a kind of like medieval backwards way of thinking, and that people who are like that should not be the driving force of culture in society, you know. Oh, I can't wait. And then black people speak English in Korea. I can be like, you guys, I've been in this hell, and then we can like hang out, and then be like, I know what it's like. I can just have like someone to like be with who understands like my experience, and you know, who's not gonna avert their eyes like the Africans here, you know. They'll just be like, wow, like I'm sorry, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm sorry too. I'm really thankful to myself for surviving all this, and I really want to like the word I want to use is like galvanize myself. I really want to like, because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's gonna have to be like a kind of like intense like super effort in order for me to like actually relocate to Seoul. Mostly in terms of like believing that it's possible and that I'm allowed to do that, because I have some kind of weird block in my mind where I've been I someone has put it on my mind that I'm not allowed to go to Seoul, South Korea. Like someone has put it in my brain that I'm not allowed to pursue East Asia. It's like some kind of like white chick who has like put that in my head. Because honestly, when I had my best friend, when I was 12, she was like basically like, come to Korea now. Do you know what I mean? Like her energy and attitude wasn't like, you're not allowed to like interact with my country. But there's some kind of like block that I've had like installed in my mind where it's like, you're not to pursue South Korea. You don't get to participate. And I don't know where it's from, but it feels like a white people thing. It's like a competition thing between the races. It's weird. I don't know what it is. I said it. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to fulfill my dreams because of friendships that I had when I was 12. You know, it's not my fault. She made me listen to K-pop before you guys ever cared about it, and then I was like, this is cool. This reminds me of actually where I'm from. Back when where I'm from felt like what it used to feel like before all these changes happened, and now it doesn't even feel like itself. I'm like, the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. Gotta start studying Korean. I'm gonna be a fun girl. I'm gonna be dancing. I'm gonna start healing possibly. I'm gonna be a fun girl. I'm gonna start dancing. I'm gonna start healing possibly. I'm gonna be a fun girl. I'm gonna start dancing. I'm gonna start healing possibly. I'm gonna be so happy wearing tank tops in summer and not wondering if some Islamic zealot is behind me. I'm gonna be so happy living in Korea, eating kimbap and kimchi. I'm gonna be so happy knowing that Lee Tae-min is breathing the same air as me. I'm gonna be so happy living in Seoul and taking walks along the Han River. I'm gonna be so happy living in Seoul, South Korea and drinking all the soju that I can drink. I'm gonna be so happy living in South Korea, forgetting all the bad things that happened to me. I'm gonna be so happy to hear the Korean language and see all the cute people around me. I'm gonna be so I'm gonna be so happy living in South Korea. Going to the H Mart for groceries. I bought this at H Mart in Chicago at 211 South Jackson because you know I'm legit. I'm gonna be so happy living in South Korea, making all my dreams find me. I'm gonna be so happy living in South Korea, saying finally, finally. I'm gonna be so happy living in South Korea, forgetting all the bad things that happened to me. I'm gonna be so I'm gonna be 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 I'm gonna be